Okay, welcome to Stardust and Golden. This is our video series on our boat, the Stardust. This is a video series about our boat, how we acquired our boat, restored our boat or restoring our boat, and sailing this vessel. A little bit of the backstory on this boat is that we acquired this boat in May of 2021. We found it as an abandoned vessel, basically. It was sitting 25 years on the hard, on stands in a parking lot in a marina. And a friend of mine sent me a for sale ad from Craigslist of this boat. And we couldn't believe it. We thought it was maybe possibly a scam because it showed the inside pictures of this boat. It was absolutely gorgeous. It was a Transworld 41 Ketch offshore sailboat. The interior on it was absolutely beautiful. There was no exterior shots. It claimed to have all the rigging, everything was there, and they wanted $5,000 for the vessel. So we go to take a look at this boat that was sitting 25 years, and it turned out to be a lot of boat. We were very amazed at what was there. The owner wasn't present, but he said we could go ahead and take a look through it, and we did. And we still couldn't get over the price tag of it. So my friend Bob, my brother-in-law Roger, and I decided that we were going to call this guy and ask some questions about the boat. And we did. And he said, hey, it's for real. We have a title. It's $5,000. It's been sitting for, X amount of time. He had just bought the boat and he needed to get rid of it. So we decided, yeah, we could do this. So I knew I couldn't really do this on my own, living on a micro budget. So I talked to my girlfriend Stacy and my brother-in-law Roger, and we decided to all go in on this. So the three of us decided we were going to take the chance and buy the boat. And a little more of the story is that we called up to purchase the boat and found out that it was sold. And it was sold for a price more than what he was asking. And we let it go. 3 days later, we get a call that the new owner never showed up with the cash to buy the boat. So we went up and took one last look at this boat. It was sitting at a marina in Sandusky, Ohio. And we went through the hull and we checked everything that we could possibly investigate to see what kind of damage this boat was in, that it was only being sold for $5,000. Well, we did find the engine had been seized up and was half apart. Somebody had already disassembled that. The electronics nothing in the boat worked electronically. It was missing a lot of the electronics, the compass, the steering wheel. But the physical hull and the shape of the boat was in really, really good shape, considering it was only a 1987 boat. So we decided that since it became available, we were going to take the chance and just go ahead, call the bank, and make an arrangement and buy the vessel, which we did. The background in this is that my brother-in-law and I, between the two of us, have about 97 years of mechanical experience. He just recently retired as a mechanic. I had just recently left the mechanical field after 43 years, and I had a lot of experience with boats, and so did my brother-in-law. And we decided that this was a chance that we could both take because we both had a lot of experience with plumbing, electrical, and a little bit of, say, architecture, boat naval architecture. So we decided, I had built my own boat. I had restored a few boats. My first sailboat I built when I was possibly 12 or 13 years old. I had a captain's ticket for a short time. And we decided that between our knowledge of both of us, this was going to be a good deal. And if all else failed, we could dump it for more than what we paid for it. And we knew that right out there. Stripping this boat for parts, we would have doubled our money. So we decided to take the gamble, and we purchased the boat. Now, a boat sitting 25 years has a lot of problems with it, so we had to redo a lot of the plumbing. Naturally, we had to rebuild part of the engine, which was seized, and we had to rebuild the whole entire head of the engine. We had to unfreeze it, and because it had such low amount of hours on it, once we did that, when we did finally get it running again, it was smoke-free and it ran like a top. It was just beautiful. We had no running issues with that at all so far. We had to do a lot of changing of the rigging on the mast, which was sitting out for 25 years in the weather, so a lot of the rigging had to be changed. And we got really lucky. Within 2 months, we had the boat able to float and in the water. And about a month after that, we were ready to sail, and we had it sailing. And we're going to do a little bit of videos on everything that we've done and are still doing to this boat, because there's a lot going on with it. We're replacing water tanks. We're cleaning the fuel tanks. We're doing a lot more electrical work to it, and we're adding things to it. So there's going to be a lot of videos on that and a lot of sailing videos. We're already planning trips. We're putting together things for doing long trips with this boat. And we hope you'll join us on that journey, because there's going to be a lot of interesting things. We've already had a few accidents with the boat. One of them, when we were taking the boat to store it for the winter, we entered a river channel that was running. We didn't realize how fast the current was, and when we went to turn the boat into a marina, we hit a large piling in the river, and that caused a little bit of damage to the boat. We broke a transmission cable while the boat was in full reverse and hit another boat with ours. Due to the broken cable, we couldn't shift out of reverse. So there's been a few things. I wish we had that on film. Unfortunately, we're not going to go back and film that, but it would have been neat to have that on film so other people could learn. And we did save the cable from that one accident so we could show people the dangers of having old rusted cables on board an old vessel like that. You really need to inspect everything on a sailboat, and we're going to go over some of that too in some video clips. The boat is in storage right now for the winter, and as soon as spring hits, and probably before spring, we're going to start doing some videos on the boat, even though it's on the hard and undercover. We're going to be doing a lot of projects on it, so we'll be filming on location very soon. So we will also include the other involved parties on this too. So my brother-in-law Roger, my girlfriend Stacy, and our dog Dubious Daisy, they're all part of the boat. So they will all be, many of the videos coming up. And we will definitely get sailing videos in. We're also not going to overburden the videos with a lot of music. And any music that's performed on any of these videos will be of my own. I won't be using other people's material. So any sound bites you hear or any music, it'll be something that I played on it, but they won't be running through, especially sailing sequence. We're just going to have a little heading where if you want, you can turn the volume down and insert your own music. And hopefully the next video we put up on YouTube, you'll be able to see something different. We'll start going into the projects maybe and show you what we're up to next. Thank you very much for joining us. Please subscribe and leave a comment if you would like. Thank you.